If you're constantly feeling tired, you are definitely not alone. Lots of surveys have revealed that many adults in the US experience tiredness on average 3 days per week. Also, between 30 to 48% of adults have trouble falling asleep at night. The real issue for many of us lies not in the quantity of sleep we get, but rather in the anxiety surrounding our sleep patterns, often fueled by misconceptions and myths. This video aims to debunk those myths and provide valuable insights into improving our sleep quality. As someone who's looked a lot into sleep science, I've come to realize that this field can be very confusing. For instance, the hype around Matthew Walker's book Why We Sleep pushed unfounded fears, such as the notion that failing to get precisely 8 hours of sleep would lead to severe health issues like Alzheimer's disease and cardiovascular problems. This kind of misinformation contributes to sleep anxiety, a state of fear and concern about your sleep, which paradoxically disrupts sleep even further, creating a very unhealthy cycle. Alright, let's look at the first myth. It doesn't matter when you sleep, as long as you get enough sleep. This myth suggests that the timing of sleep is inconsequential, but the truth is that the timing is crucial due to the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm, our body's internal clock, plays a vital role in our health and lifestyle. In the 1990s, Professor Foster's research group made a remarkable discovery about certain light-detecting cells in our eyes that communicate with our brain to regulate our internal clock. These cells make us sensitive to light, telling us when we should be awake during daylight and asleep at night. Disruptions to the circadian rhythm, such as those experienced by frequent travelers with jet lag or night shift workers, can have serious consequences. These people may experience increased stress hormone levels, a higher risk of heart disease, frequent illnesses, and even emotional and cognitive issues. Our individual internal clocks are not all set in the same way. This is where the concept of chronotypes comes into play. Depending on our natural inclination to sleep at specific times, scientists categorize us into different chronotypes. For instance, morning people are those who feel most productive in the early hours, while night owls are more alert and focused during the late hours. Understanding your chronotype can be helpful in organizing your daily activities to match your peak productivity hours. For example, if you are a morning person, it's wise to schedule your most critical tasks in the morning, and vice versa for night owls. There is a single optimal amount of sleep for everyone, and healthy sleep should fall within this range. However, the reality is that the amount of sleep needed can vary significantly among individuals. A common frustration comes from considering an average value as the gold standard for everyone, when in fact, healthy sleep can range from around 5 or 6 hours to as much 11. Instead, focusing on the amount of sleep, you should consider other factors to optimize your quality of sleep. One important indicator is how you wake up in the morning. If you wake up naturally without an alarm, it's likely that you had a reasonable amount of sleep. On the flip side, if it took a long time for you to wake up, or if you needed caffeinated drinks to feel awake, it could be a sign that you didn't get enough sleep. Waking up at the same time every day is essential for good sleep. While there is some truth to this, it is not necessary to be overly strict about it. Consistently waking up at the same time every day helps reinforce the signals that regulate our circadian system. Activities such as eating at the same time and getting consistent light exposure play a role in stabilizing our sleep-wake cycle. However, occasional variations in waking times, such as staying up late for a party, are not harmful. It's important to mention that our circadian rhythms can change over our life cycle, with teenagers more leaning towards evening chronotypes and adults leaning towards morning chronotypes as they age. Blue light before sleep negatively impacts sleep quality. The notion that blue light, with its short wavelength and higher energy, disrupts sleep has led to the popularity of blue light filters in devices like Kindles and glasses. However, recent research from the Harvard group indicates that using a Kindle with its brightest intensity for 4 hours before bedtime only delayed sleep onset by 10 minutes. So, it is unnecessary to overly worry about blue light exposure affecting sleep, and you can comfortably read using devices with backlighting. Melatonin supplements significantly improve sleep. Melatonin, a popular sleep aid taken by many to combat jet lag or improve sleep quality, may not be as effective as you think. While one study showed that taking melatonin reduced the time to fall asleep by 30 minutes in autistic children, a later meta-analysis suggested a more modest average reduction of around 7 minutes in sleep onset. Although melatonin might help with jet lag, it may not significantly impact day-to-day sleep quality. So, if you are using melatonin, just have some realistic expectations for it. Anyway, we hope you've learned something new today. If you have any other sleep myths you want us to debunk, share them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Sleep well.